Sam Heughan's addicted past exposed. The truth will shock you. At 45, Sam Heughan is a global icon. With his role as Jamie Fraser in Outlander, he has captivated millions of hearts. Charming, calm, elegant, everyone thinks he is the embodiment of perfection. But no one knows that, behind the spotlight, his dark past is still quietly stalking him every day. In June 2025, an anonymous email was sent to the editorial office of Scotland Weekly magazine. In it was a series of photos, diaries and audio recordings recording Sam's horrific addiction period, the time before he became famous. He lived in a slum apartment in Glasgow. Drugs, alcohol, and secrets that no one dared to touch. Don't let appearances fool you. Reporter Eliza McRae, who is a huge fan of Sam, was assigned to investigate. And she herself did not expect that this journey would change her life. City of Shadows. Eliza arrives in Glasgow on a grey, rainy afternoon. With a folder in hand and a mixture of suspicion and curiosity, she sets out on a search. Following an old address in her diary, she arrives at a rundown block in the east of the city known as Dark Street. An elderly woman named Agnes, the former landlord, confirms, yes, Sam used to live here. But he wasn't a star. He was a ghost. She tells of a young man, gaunt and haggard, who would disappear for weeks at a time and return exhausted. Sam had been arrested twice for drug possession, but all records had been cleared after he was helped by an anonymous charity. Eliza digs deeper. She finds an old friend of Sam's, a man called Declan Ross, a former street musician and now homeless. Sam almost died, Declan says. He was on heroin. He overdosed once in Buchanan Street Station. If it weren't for me, he would have died. Diary of a Lost Soul. The yellowing pages of his diary reveal a troubled inner self. I don't know why I'm alive. Every morning I wake up and see blood on my hands, and the face of someone I can't remember beside me. I've given up on my dream. I'm not me. Sam was a student at the Royal Scottish Academy of Dramatic Art. But a family tragedy, the death of his mother to cancer and his brother to severe depression, left him devastated. He dropped out of school, cut off contact with his friends, and sank into a world of drugs and hallucinations. He once wrote, I tried writing plays. I tried acting, but no one would take me. They said my eyes were too tired, my voice too faint. I knew I was fading. Eliza visits a place called The Phoenix, a rehab center in the Highlands. There, a file under the name Sam H. chronicles his 18-month treatment. Doctors describe him as an incredibly strong-willed, yet traumatized patient. A recording of a group therapy session brings Eliza to tears. I never believed I deserved to live. But today, I want to try. I want to stand on stage one day, not to escape from reality, but to live. The person who pulled Sam back from the abyss was a nurse named Fiona MacLeod. She was also the one who later suggested he audition for the role of Jamie Fraser. Fiona has since died of cancer, but Sam once said in a vague interview, I owe my life to a woman no one knows about. And I will never forget her. The confrontation. Eliza gathered all the evidence, but instead of going public, she decided to confront Sam Heughan directly. The meeting took place in a quiet cafe in Edinburgh. He walked in, tall and composed, but his eyes flashed with a strange sadness as he saw the documents on the table. You know, he said, not denying it. Eliza asked, why haven't you shared it? You can inspire so many people. Sam was silent for a long moment, then replied, I've died once. Every role I play is a way for me to come back to life. But I don't want people to see the old corpse. I'm not ashamed, I'm just afraid they'll stop believing in hope. Eliza agreed not to publish the article. But after many nights of thinking, she decided to rewrite the story as a novel, fictionalizing every detail, inspired by the truth but not naming names. The book, called The Second Soul, became a global phenomenon. At the book launch, a man quietly walked up to her, shook her hand, and said, "Thank you for telling my story, in a way that made me not hide." Number 1 recognized him as Sam Heughan. He was alive again, not as a star, but as a real person, truth and redemption. Years later, after Sam had retired from the screen and devoted his time to charity, he once spoke at a rehab center. "If you're in a dark place, remember this, I've been there, too. And if I can get out, so can you." Eliza sat in the back, tears streaming down her face. She knew, the truth, however painful, when told with kindness, was never a weapon. It was light.